How's it going, everybody? This is Radishhead, and welcome back to another episode of Upland Analysis. Well, I know that we're all still awaiting the release of North LA, which is due to appear in Upland this week on Thursday, which I believe hasn't 100% been confirmed yet, but it's probably going to be Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific time, just like the South LA release was in terms of timing. So we're awaiting that release, and then after North LA comes out, everybody is going to be super anticipating the collection reveals, which will come out presumably for both North and South LA about a week after the North LA launch. So just to keep us going while we're awaiting those big bits of news, I've got a little bit of a shorter video today, a few bulletins, which include 2 giveaways, which I think is very exciting because I don't know about you, but after the LA release, my UPIX has plummeted from, I don't even know what it was before, it was like 2 million, I'm not showing off, but I spent far more in LA in terms of UPIX than I was planning. And I don't know. I think the secondary market hasn't been too bad. I think some people in some areas have struggled a bit reselling their stuff on the secondary. I sold a couple of downtowns, as I mentioned in my last video, and that wasn't too bad. But most of them, I just want to hold on to them. Hollywood, I want to hold on to that. I want to hold on to my Century Cities. And if anything, I've actually bought more properties than I had in the last episode. So I get that collection reveal FOMO. I just can't let go of them before the collection reveals. And I know it's probably going to burn me, but I just like to be, in it to win it, I guess. You never know. You could have a collection. And that's kind of what Upland is all about. So while we're awaiting the North LA release and the collection reveals, the first giveaway that I want to announce is actually hosted by our good friend MJC3337. Now you'll remember when I was talking about how I was doing in the LA release, I said that I was drifting towards the SoFi Stadium, the NFL stadium in Los Angeles, and I was going for the NFL HQ, and it was snatched up right before I could get there by this individual, and I was all light-hearted at the time, but I was quite excited about owning that property. But I'll tell you what, I am glad that it's gone to MJC because he is the NFL Legits master. And I knew that he was pretty involved in the Legits game, but I didn't realise just how committed he was to that side of Upland. So honestly, there is no better person to own this NFL HQ than MJC 3337. And to demonstrate his love for NFL Legits, the NFL, and what he wants to do ultimately is place a really impressive Legits shop right opposite the stadium. You can see here that he's actually building an apartment block, and he wants that apartment block to be constructed as soon as possible. This is a bit of a giveaway initiative that he's hosting, which I really wanted to give a shout out to on the channel. All you've got to do in order to have a chance at winning this giveaway is to stake any amount of Spark on this property here, 900 District Drive in Los Angeles. And in order to do that, you've just got to, search for the property or zoom in like I did earlier in the video. It's just here next to the stadium. You click more, and then you click contribute, and then you can select, you can say contribute to construction, and you pick any amount of Spark that you want to put on this project. And what MJC is doing for this giveaway is that Wednesday evening UK time, so that might be Wednesday morning US time, or Wednesday evening Europe time, he's going to take a snapshot of all the people who are contributing on this structure. You can see a list here of everybody who is currently contributing towards this structure. He's going to take a snapshot of all the players who are doing that. It doesn't matter how much they're constructing. The only thing that matters is that they are on this list by the time the snapshot is taken, Wednesday evening UK time. That's this Wednesday, 2 days time. And there's going to be 3 people who are going to win an amount of UPX. I'm going to do a spin of the wheel on a future episode, this week, to announce the winners. And there's going to be 3 winners. The first place is going to get 75,000 UPX. The second place is going to get 50,000 UPX. And the third place is going to get 25,000 UPX. That is a very generous UPX pool of winnings just for contributing, as little as 0.1 spark or 0.01 spark on this structure. That's all you've got to do is go to this property here, 900 District Drive, put a little bit of spark on it, be there when the snapshot takes place, and you have a chance to win up to 75,000 spark for basically doing nothing. You can't really get better odds than that in Upland, and I know that this is a time where people need UPX more than ever. I know that I do. So, and I won't be participating in the contest. That's not fair. So, best of luck to you all. I'd love to see as many of you guys contributing to that structure as possible. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions about that. But yeah, thank you so much, MJC, for reaching out on that one. And I hope that you're able to get your NFL apartment block up there and running as soon as possible, because I think that'll be a really cool thing to have in Upland right next to the stadium in Inglewood. Leading on from that, the second giveaway is being hosted by myself, because of course we did hit 1,000 subscribers a couple of weeks ago. This is long overdue, and I know that so many of you have actually joined the ranks of the subscribers on the Upland Analysis channel since that milestone was hit. And I just want to once again thank everybody so much for your continued support and feedback. It is a highlight of my day checking YouTube in the evenings after I come off of work and just to see the comments that people have posted. They are 99% lovely comments, and I do read them all. I respond to a lot of them as well. And yeah, I just really appreciate it, and I hope that it only continues to grow in the future. But for now, 1,000 subscribers, I was just thinking about my previous giveaways in the past, and I gave away, 20,000 UPX for 100 subs. I gave away 50,000 for 500 subs. So I think for 1,000 subs, it's got to be something a little bit juicier. It's got to be something which is worth about 100,000 UPX, I think. So I was thinking, what is worth about 100,000 UPX and is linked to all the hype that people want to participate in as part of the recent Los Angeles release? And I thought, I've got some lovely properties here in downtown Los Angeles, in the Arts District, no less. And these are easily worth at least 75,000 UPX right now. And I think if downtown LA becomes a collection, that's going to go up to 100,000 in the short term. Probably in the mid to long term, I don't see why the price in downtown LA couldn't go to 200k plus. I mean, if you look at downtown Nashville, the properties there are in the 150k region at a minimum, and these aren't going to be the minimum. They're quite nice properties. So I am going to be giving away. So I'm going to be giving away, as a thank you to everybody here for helping me reach that magnificent milestone, is this property here in downtown LA, 1213 South Santa Fe Avenue. I think that downtown LA is going to be a really cool place to be. I know there's a lot of you who really want to be a part of it, so this is your opportunity to be part of downtown LA and just own another Los Angeles property in your portfolio, because who doesn't want that? All you've got to do to have a chance to win 1213 South Santa Fe Avenue is like the video, comment in the description anything you want, make me laugh, make me cry, and subscribe to the channel, of course. Do these 3 things and you will be put in a drawing to win a property which I think has got an easy 100k chance to win. Probably more than that. I don't see why the floor in downtown LA couldn't hit 150, 200k in the near future. It's a tier 1 city, it's downtown, it's near the station. What more could you want? Like, comment, and subscribe for a chance to win 1213 Santa Fe Avenue. I'm going to take a snapshot of all the people who have commented this time next week, and I'm going to be doing a like a random spin the wheel at that time, and I'll publish the results of that spinning wheel in a video after I do that. So best of luck to everybody who participates in that. Thank you very, very much for helping me reach 1,000 subscribers. And you'd better believe that there's going to be even bigger giveaways in the future as this channel hits even more impressive milestones. I'm sure it's coming because Upland is growing. People love to be a part of Upland. And you know, I love to talk to you guys all about the latest goings on in the metaverse. And yeah, it's just a fantastic time to be playing Upland. What can I say? LA is an exciting place to be. And you know what else is an exciting place to be inside of LA? This is something which I was kind of talking about a little bit on my predictions video. I was saying that Century City has a lot of potential as a neighborhood. It's quite small. It's one of the only neighborhoods that is small enough to realistically be a non-standard or limited collection, or a, to be more specific, it could be an exclusive orange rare collection. You know, no guarantees, but there are not many neighborhoods aside from maybe Chinatown that are small enough to be an exclusive neighborhood. Century City is iconic. You know, it's got a lot of film history. This Avenue of the Stars has some absolutely magnificent buildings on it, and just the skyline of Century City itself is just very impressive. There's a lot of very tall buildings there, a lot of massive commercial activity. And the last thing I wanted to talk about in this video today is a little bit about Century City, and that is that there is a node going on, which I'm officially a part of, that I just wanted to give a quick shout out to. It's called Century Citizens. And the objective of Century Citizens is to transform Century City into the premier with a target market of chief exec players with a net worth of 100 million UPIX and above. We're going to do that by trying to lock down as much of Century City as possible, like any other node, and then holding on to those properties, building them up, building apartment blocks or even skyscrapers once they come into the game, and just develop this Century City into something where everybody wants to be a part of it. We're aiming to have the best meta venture shops hosted on some of these massive properties. We want lots of chief executives to make this place their primary residence. And there's going to be cafes here once they get into the game. I love Century City. The more I've looked around it on Street View, the more excited I am about it. So if you own a property in Century City and you are as excited about the future of this neighborhood in Los Angeles as I am, regardless of whether it's a collection or not, this plan is going to go ahead. I'm going to try and make Century City a place that's renowned across the Upland metaverse. We're going to be investing a lot of spark in it. So if you own a property in Century City, I've got a link in the description for a Discord channel that we've called Century Citizens, and everybody who's part of Century Citizens is going to be committed to holding on to their properties, don't sell them, and we're going to build it up and make it a place where even the greatest players in Upland, the chief executives, are going to be proud to call it their home, who are as enthusiastic about Century City as we are, and will want to put their primary residences in Century City once primary residences come into the game. And I want to host meta venture shops and all sorts from there. So a little bit of a shout out for that. I do know that Century City isn't within the price range for everybody. But if you do have that UpX and you want to be part of this project, the Century Citizens, have a look in the description below. I've got a link there for that Discord, so I'd love to see you there. I know that a lot of people who watch this channel have already gotten involved in the Century City project, which is fantastic. And yeah, I'd love to see more of you there. So if you have the funds for that, do give that a look. And if you don't, then hey, there's 2 giveaways that I've just announced on this video. So if you win one of those, you might be able to flip that property and then buy a Century City property if that's something which you really want to get into. Regardless, a quick summary of the bulletin topics for today. Have a look at this giveaway which MJC is hosting for his NFL HQ. All you've got to do is stake any amount of Spark on this property and you have a chance to win up to 75,000 UpX. Thank you very much for subscribing to the channel, and yeah, if you subscribe, like and comment by this time next week, you have a chance to win my downtown LA property. And of course, if you do own a property in Century City, let me know, or click the description, or click the link in the description and you can be part of the Century Citizens project. That is all for me in this video in terms of bulletins, and I'm looking forward to catching up with you all nearer the North LA release, and I'm going to tell you all about my predictions for the North LA release in terms of collections and just the places where I'll be minting if I can somehow get some more UpX together before that release. So I hope you found that useful. I'd love it if you gave me a like if you enjoyed the video, and if you want to see similar content to this in the future, or if you want to be part of that downtown LA giveaway, I'd also love it if you subscribed to the channel. But until next time, I'll see you then.